Good morning, everyone. This is Eva with Stitching in the Interlake. How y'all doing today? I'm doing great. You will hear in the background that Juliet is cutting my lawn. So I decided, well, I'll take my chances. And if she goes by here, I'll show you quickly her out there mowing my lawn. So it's taken forever because they had 3 riding lawnmowers and none of them worked. So they took 2 of them. She just went by, but she was busy and I didn't want. She'd probably kill me for it. She's got her sun hat on and her earmuffs or whatever they are, noise canceling earmuffs. And yeah, she's just giving her. So anyways, they got 2 of their lawn mowers back from the repair guy, and one still needs some kind of a thing that won't be here until August sometime. But they do have this one, so she's just going for it. She looks so cute. Anyways, down here is Miss Twinkle Tozer's Miss Lily Bell, who's doing absolutely wonderful. She was up at, I don't know if it was 1 or 2, something like that. No, maybe midnight, 1. She's an old lady. She's got to go up to the bathroom. And usually when she wakes up to go to the bathroom, I have to go to the bathroom. So, but anyway, I am working here on Christmas garden. And you can see there that I did that whole border. Excuse me. And I am now working on, show you this. I am now starting to work on this bird. Okay. Now, tomorrow is the last day. Excuse me. Oh, dear. Tomorrow is the last day for working here on Christmas garden. But I'm going to Portage. Let's see here. Oh, she just left. Just wait a second. Maybe she's going to come back. And I'll show you. Just wait. There she is. See? She's not even looking. Yeah. So that's her busy out there working. So they do such a beautiful job when they cut the grass. So, yeah. But anyways, what happened yesterday? Yesterday I went for my walk, and then I met David on my way back. He actually came out of his house and was yelling at me. So then he was telling me about, he had a book, and it's about this guy, I can't remember his first name, but Mogi is his last name. And there's a road here, and it's called Mogi's Road. Now, this guy Mogi, he was born like, I don't know, 1910, 1912, maybe, something like that. I don't know, maybe a little bit later. But anyways, he was in trouble with the law. for a long time. He was in and out of jail and prison and everything else. So anyways, and he escaped many times. So he did a stint in Kingston Penitentiary, down in Kingston, Ontario. Now KP is closed. It's now a historic site, as is the women's prison there. So anyways, sorry. So then he ended up back here. His family was from just north of here, maybe 2 hours or something. So he knew the area. So he was in Stony Mountain Penitentiary in Stony Mountain, Manitoba here. It's just north of Winnipeg, so it's south of here. And he escaped. And there was a bunch of other stuff. Somehow he shot at 2 cops or detectives or something, and wounded them both. I don't know if it was in the shoulder or whatever, but one of them was in the shoulder, and both survived. So anyways, is she gonna go by here? No, I think she's going down here on the side of the house. So then he escaped, and he went up north of Eriksdale here, not very far. And he built one of his hideout cabins there. And there's not much left. There's just, like, there used to be like a whole cabin. And it's off the beaten path, and you have to go way out in the bush. And nobody knew he was there. Now we're talking back in 60s, early 60s, late 50s, something like that. Maybe he died in 1964. I don't know. There was something about 1964. And so David was going up there to find his cabin. And he had several hideout cabins. He had one over in Riding Mountain National Park. He had one even further north here, like a couple of hours, I think. And yeah, he was reclusive. Nobody knew that. They were looking for him out in Riding Mountain. And by the time they were there looking for him, he was already here, hiding in his cabin. Now, he was around, like, in the era of Al Capone and all those other gangsters. He was a drug runner, or he ran a drug running and alcohol. I don't think Canada was in Prohibition. No, we didn't have Prohibition. But, like it was during that time, right? And it's very interesting, the history here. People think that we're just way out in the bush, and it's just like nothing happens out here. So I knew that the road was called Mogies Road. I've never been down there. But to get to the cabin, like, apparently it's pretty rough and around boulders and stuff. Juliet said I'd never be able to do it. kind of wish that I could do it. You know, and, you know, maybe if I get some leggings on and a good pair of shoes, that I can go in there. You know, I'll have to get David to take me, though, of course. But there's markers there saying Mogie's cabin. It's interesting. I thought that Mogie was just a guy who lived down there, and they named it because it went to his place. Well, in a way it did. So it's just very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's, yeah, like even out here, we have a piece of history. So, yeah, it's just, you never know, right? You never know. But, yeah, maybe one day I'll just go and I'll take a drive down there. And, see where it is. So my dishes are done. And so I'm just hopefully just going to stitch today. Yesterday, so after I finished up with David, I was walking home, and then Kyle and Jenny next door here, they were yelling at me. So I stopped and chatted with them for, 20 minutes or so. And then I came home, and I was home, and Amy called, and I chatted with her. And then and then I was sitting here, and I was just stitching. And Juliet called me, and she asked me if I would come over. She said, well, do you think you can help me take some tables down? Because the community yard sale is coming in 2 weeks, but she wants to get stuff up beforehand, so she's going to have the sale beforehand, and then there's the community yard sale on the Saturday, and then she's going to have it up for the weekend because it's our long weekend here. And so I said sure, but I said I had to go and get gas first, because I was down to about maybe a quarter. So I went and got gas, $60 at $1.91.9. But what are you going to do? But I had to fill it up because tomorrow we're going to Portage. So I went and helped her for a while. And then I was worried about the air pressure in Susie's tires because I'd had problems before. And for some reason, the front driver's side tire looked kind of low. So John had the air gauge, pressure air gauge, and everything's good. I said, that's good, because when you're traveling in the heat, right, the tires kind of expand. And it's good to have really good pressure because it also increases your gas mileage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay, just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, alrighty. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6. Okay, that was 7, Okay. Uh, okay, that's 7 right there. No, that's 6. That's 7. And that's 8. Oh, gosh. Sometimes it's so hard to figure it out. So, okay, that's 7 and I did there. And that's 8 and I did there. Oh, Juliet must be finished cutting the grass. So then I have to do, oh gosh, you know, I gotta take this out because it's just, I'm confused. Oh, I was gonna tell you, I read a lot of your comments about Victorian Wharf. No, I guess she's not quite finished. Oh, probably had to take the grass out. It was probably clogging the blades. So, anyways, yeah. So I read your comments about it and how you think it's very confettied. And gosh, where on earth? Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's not going to work. But it's not really badly confettied. It only looks that way. But once you get on a roll and you work with one thread and you work your way through and you follow the path, right? There's always a path that you take. And so anyways, and then that path will lead you through. So it's not that bad. It only looks like it because you're seeing it as a whole, right? So you need to break it down. You break it down, even if it's just a 4-block square or whatever it is. See that. Ugh. All right, so that's 4. Okay. I think I got this now. I think I'm going to start it. I'm going to start it. Maybe for August. Start it. But interspersed with that, like I may only work on it for one day. And then take a break from it. And then I think I might work on one of these Christmas ones again. And then in September, I'm going to start a Halloween one. Okay, so that's 4. 2, 3. Okay, this is 4. And yeah, it's kind of good to have plans. But I do want to work on nutcrackers again. I want to work on that one. And I want to try and, well, I want to work on them all, right? So, because I've got to try and get some finished. Okay, so what have we got here? Okay, so 1. So I finished my book yesterday, The Long Walk Home. It was really good. Now, she could have expanded on more of the what was going on, the drama and the plots. And so I kind of wish she would have done that. So now I am starting, what is it called? Do you think I can remember what it's called? I can't remember what it's called. And it's another book by her. And I can't remember what it's called. What is it here? No One's Time. And it's where people are thrown back to Jurassic time. I love time travel. I absolutely love time travel. There's just something about time travel that is just so mysterious and so, But I can tell you, we don't have to be thrown back to millions and millions of years ago. You get somebody to let off an NUKE, or we get an EMP, or a very severe CME, we're thrown back. Like, some people even say, like back to the 80s, right? No computers, no cell phones, no nothing. But other people say we'd be thrown back several hundred years because nothing would work. And that's a sad prospect. Now you've got some people that are diehard survivalists and that. And in my younger days, oh yeah, I was one. Oh yeah, let's do this. And of course, Lyle was just like, what are you doing this for? What a waste of time. Well, so anyways, he never supported that. And I said, well, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. So anyways, but there are some, who you can just do regular prepping, right? You should always have a bug out bag, whether it's a backpack, whether it's a bag, a grab and go bag, something. Change of clothes, extra underwear, extra socks, a book, having some tools in there, a small hatchet, or some knives or something like that, right? Food. Freeze-dried is the best, but if you can't go freeze-dried, then whatever you can, and you just, but if you've got your bug-out bag in your house, then it's not a problem, because you can just, your stuff is there and it's in a cooler environment, so it's not going to go bad, right? So one should always have that, because even if it's not a CME or an NUKE or, whatever it is like that, what if it's flooding? What if it's a tornado and you have to go fast to get away, right? I have stuff already in Susie that I keep in her all the time. That's one of the things I really learned from Lyle was he was prepared on the road. He was prepared for, I would say, 95% of anything that could happen. even right down to tires and an extra alternator. And yeah, like he had tools up the yin yang. You see a lot of these truckers now, they come out of their trucks, shorts, flip-flops. You know, I wouldn't want to be them if something fell on their toes. And I don't know how shippers and receivers would ever allow that in their warehouses. Like, no, no, no. But they're woefully unprepared. They, like, we ran into so many of them when we were driving. They were stuck on the side of the road in the middle of winter. And they had some kind of a problem. And they come out of their truck, and they may have a coat on, but it's not meant for minus 40. Very light gloves. And a lot of them, you know, the East Indians and the Pakistanis and all those, they have sandals on. They may have socks on, but they have sandals on. And Lyle would ask him, well, do you have this tool? Said, well, what's in your cubby hole? They have no knowledge at all. Something happens, you're stuck there. And Lyle would always invariably, like, he'd just shake his head. Like, what happened if you were stuck somewhere and there was no help, right? There was no help. Thankfully, Jeffrey, when he goes in his bus, he's prepared, just like his dad. Same with Christopher, when he's got in his car, he's prepared too. So, but yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So I am going to work here on this bird. I don't know what kind of a bird. Is it a cardinal? Is it a... I think it's a cardinal. It's supposed to be a cardinal. Because the thread is kind of, has red, you know, undertones to it. So I'm assuming that that's what it is. So, must be working gangbusters out there on the road. So yeah, so I'll get this bird done. I'm going to go for a walk after. And I just want to stitch today. I just want to stitch. I just go from my walk, yes, but just come home and just stitch. And my black-eyed Susans are not so droopy today. They've kind of rebounded with the water. So I don't know if it rained yesterday or not, but must be a lot of dew or something. I don't know. But anyway, so that's how far I got on the bird. So I'll finish the bird today, and I'll maybe move on to the next potted plant there, whatever it is, and just kind of keep working my way around. Sometimes I'll work on the one side, and then other times I'll work on the other side. So it doesn't matter, it'll all get done, right? And so Miss Twinkle Toes is very happy. She's very happy. She's a lot better. She's a lot better. Yeah. Jonah's outside again. He doesn't like to stay in. He only comes in whenever he has to, you know, for food and to sleep for a while inside here if it gets to be too hot. And then he finds, you know, then he'll go outside overnight, and that's what he does. So, anyways, okay, everyone. Now, I'm probably going to do another video, and I may do one just right after this, so that when I get up in the morning, I can just send it off. So you'll have something to watch for tomorrow. And then I think on Friday, I'm going to be starting winter sampler. You know, my autumn one that I had? So the next one will be winter. So I think I'll start that. So anyway, so all right, everyone. So may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so do I. And, of course, so does Miss Twinkle Toes, Miss Lily Bell. That's Mama's beautiful girl. She's resting so much more comfortably than she did last week, huh? Scary, scary, scary. All right, everyone. So I will see you tomorrow, God willing. Toodaloodles, everybody.